Hey, what's up YouTube, Mario here, and today we are on one of my viewers' accounts. He has a few LDs. He asked for a bit of assistance with some of his content and just a little bit of advice. So today we're going to go ahead and check out his account. Let's go ahead and start off with his record. He is G3 in Arena, which is super crazy because I'm not even G3 in Arena. And he's only been playing for about 1,000 days, which is insane. I have like double this. Now let's go ahead and check out the dungeons. So he has some pretty fast dungeon teams. He has a Debbie team, another Debbie team. He has the Necro team. They are all really fast times, so that's really nice. Same thing for R5. And yeah, let's go ahead and check out the rest of his account. So let's go ahead and briefly check out his monster storage. So here are some of the units. He has a Megan, double Lucia. He has the Water Siri, Water Geralt, Water Yennefer, Hey Gang. Okay, he has a pretty good variety of water units. These aren't all of them. I switched the siege ones over, or the majority of the siege ones over. Then we also have the Fire Siri. It's pretty nice. Some of the newer units. He has the Wintress is the 4-star, I believe. I think she's a 4-star. He has a few Lucians built up. A couple of Tions, so he's Lucianing. He has Talasha. He does have a Leo. He wants to create a Leo team. I'm pretty sure he's probably tried out the Talasha Leo at some point. And then he has a bunch of other units that he's probably working on. The Water Hypnomy, I'm not too sure what he does, but he might be a little bit of fun to play with. So here are some of the siege units he has. He's trying to improve a bit in siege offense and defense. He has some tractors, some Lulus, Adriana, Leah, Miles, Belial, Annabelle, Chilling, Covenant, Tetra, Miang, Julie, Claire, Tessa, Juno, Laika, Rakuni, Bernard, Sonia, Byung-chul. We got Odin, Leo. He wants to create a Leo offense, but I'm sure he's already tried one with Jameer, Leo, Talasha, or he can try it. And then we have the Madeline Cookies, Wendy, Lucian, Cichlid, Escher, and for the LD5s, we got Shazam, Giselle, Destiny, Gianna, and I believe I might have missed one. Yes, this one, the Bay. He's got a the Bay. Pretty insane. But he also has an Ileana, one of the new units, the Lucia. I've actually been wanting this one. I feel like she's going to be really nice to use for countering a good amount of things, but I might be wrong. She does seem to have low base stats, but I don't know. I think she can be a pretty good tank. And then for the LA4s, he has a Martina, Deborah, which is really nice for PvE. Some people are using her in PvP, and a Cade. He's really underrated. I haven't built some. Probably gonna build him up soon because he's really underrated. Alright, so he did share some siege replays. We're gonna go ahead and check him out, see what team he's using and how he's using it, see if he's using the proper targeting system, if he's targeting the right units. Alright, for this one, he's gonna go ahead and boost up. Ileana moves second, which is good. The Odin has the stacks. Very nice. Goes for the snipe, 50k, pretty good damage. Okay, she's gonna come back. And this one most likely is gonna be a win, unless that Fingan procs like crazy. But between the Bastet and the Ileana, this one should be fine, especially if he steals. Okay, he stole the buff, and now he should be able to snipe something. Oh, he has the glancing. Alright, but seems like he's alright. Look at all those buffs on that side. What the hell? We're going to go ahead and speed this one up. Okay, he's targeting the right unit. He's not touching the Feng Yan. I wouldn't touch him without the 5 stacks. Alright, he has the 5 stacks up. I would go for the Feng Yan here. Okay, perfect. Not the 3v1, and this one looks like it's going to be a win. So it looks like he's doing really good with the targeting. He knows what to go for. Take down the threats. Feng Yan's not really going to do much there. See? Alright, nice. Let's go ahead and check out another team. Alright, we're going to go ahead and check out this double snipe team because he has the destiny in there. Let's see how crazy it is. Okay, he's gonna take the first turn, boost up. Go for the snipe. Nice. Who does he target? There goes the Camilla. What an insane unit. I wish I had a destiny. Now it's a 3v1. Goes for the skill 2. Oh my god. That's a really nice team. Now here are the siege defenses that he is using. We're going to go ahead and try to change up some of them. Make them a little bit more meta. I do kind of like this one. I like this one. I'm not too sure how I feel about this one. I think I would rather prefer that he used Triana for this one. Now this one, if it's built tanky, I can see it being really useful. This one can be pretty annoying. We also have to take into account that his guild is, I think, like G1. Right now they're currently P3 from what he told me. So if they're in that area, he doesn't have to have like these crazy try-hard defenses. This one might be getting some wins. Okay, yeah, he's getting some wins with that one. This one's getting some wins. We'll go ahead and check it out. So it seems like his defenses are getting a pretty good amount of wins. We're going to go ahead and try to change up a few of them, and then we might leave the others untouched. Personally, I would probably build like maybe 5, and then I would also use some of the LDs that he has for them. We'll see what I end up coming up with. He also mentioned that his rune box is a mess right now. I have a mess right now too. I'm doing him the favor to clean up a little bit. I haven't even done that on my account recently, but we're gonna go ahead and check out this one. I labeled number 5 sell, so he can go ahead and check them out, see which ones he might want to keep, might want to sell, and I'm gonna give a little bit of advice as to why I think these are a sell. Now I'm not gonna go through all of this, but I'm just gonna go through a few of them. Now for this one, I would sell it because it has a HP innate. I don't like having HP, attack, defense innates. Those are stats that are going to be heavily wasted. So try to go for some flats in there. Mainly accuracy, crit damage, resistance. One of those, not even crit rate. So try to aim for those. Some of these, as you'll see, this one just has low resistance, crit rate, low resistance, HP again, attack. This one doesn't have an innate. This one has attack. And then some of these runes, he has like a few of them that are very similar. I just decided to keep the ones that are a bit more efficient. The way I personally like to go about this one, the crit rate is 11, the crit damage is 13. You add them up, you get 24. You compare it to the other ones, if they're higher. He had some that are like closer to 30 combined. You keep that one. If one is heavily leaning to one side, like you have very high crit rate, low crit damage, keep one of them. Very high crit damage, keep one of them. And then the mixed ones, again, just like compare them, see which one has the higher, I wouldn't say efficiency, but adds up to the higher number. Like this one is 24, go for like one that's 30. Keep that one, keep one that's like 28. And then get rid of the lower ones. As you keep on progressing and you get higher versions of that, then get rid of the ones that are lower. Now for this one, the substats don't really make any sense. We have a flat attack with crit damage, defense, and resistance. I would just sell this one. I think he kept it because it's a legend rune. At some point, you'll realize that you don't have enough re-apps unless you're spending on re-apps. So you can't really be saving a lot of legend runes, especially ones without innates. So I'd recommend if you get stuff like this, get rid of it. Keep the ones with innates, the ones that I mentioned. Now this one doesn't have any innates. He has very similar runes like this one. Again, try to keep the ones that are more efficient, or I guess not efficient, but add up to a higher amount. Like this one has 16 crit rate, this one has 16 crit rate. Between the two, which one would you keep? I would keep this one because it has crit rate and crit damage, two substats that go together. But I believe he had a better one, so I put these two in here. And now for a rune like this, I'm not sure if he was keeping it because it's a legend and he wants to re-app it, or if he's just keeping it because he needs it. He does have faster Swift in this, so I would just go ahead and sell it. For Swift, the way I like to go about it is say a lot of them are in the low 20 range. Then once I start getting up to like the 25 range, I'll start selling the ones that are slower, less efficient, get rid of those, and then just keep on moving upwards. That's how I would go about it. And then again, I personally don't like having the HP, attack, defense, innates, the percent ones. So I'd sell those. Try to get the ones that have the crit damage, accuracy, resistance. I think I ended up putting like another slot that's re-up. One of these is re-up. So you can go ahead. Oh no, this one's nuts. I put nuts on this one because he has like a few really nutty runes. This one's one of those nutty runes. Something like this I would throw on a bomber, throw it on a vile kaki. It's a really high attack rune. You could even use it as a broken set. I think he has a lot of runes that he might use as a broken set, which is nice. That's how you should think about it. You don't need to complete sets. Sometimes the broken ones are more efficient and will allow you to be faster, do more damage, or have more HP, etc. So I've been looking at his account for about like 45 minutes at this point, and his dungeon team has been working really consistently. It's not the Deborah team. I think it was probably inconsistent for him, so he went with something safer. He's running this one, which is really nice. He's been farming a lot of giants, so props to him. This is currently the arena defense that he's rocking. He has one of those try-hard defenses. He has Vanessa, Clara, Giselle, and Byung-chul. This girl needs to get nerfed. We're going to go ahead and see if we can optimize his runes a little bit more, make them a lot more annoying to deal with. And if he ends up liking it, he will keep them. If not, then he'll just revert back to the settings that he had. So I think it's really nice that you can just go ahead and put load runes, and if he doesn't like it, he'll go back. So we're going to go ahead and make a few changes, and let's see what I come up with. Alright, so here's some of the offenses that he has. I'm going to go ahead and switch up a couple of them. I did modify this one right now. It's a Miyang, Adriana, and Sonia. He already had this one built, but I made a couple of changes. I sped up the Miyang for this one, so she's a little bit closer tuned. Then we have the Adriana here. She was a little bit quicker, but I had to switch out the runes. And then we have the Sonia here. This is exactly how he had her. And then these are her runes. So it works out really well. Someone got a Destiny in the chat. Someone got a Destiny. Wow. Jesus. That's crazy. So I'm going to go ahead and remove a couple of these offenses. That way I can replace them with something that he's more likely going to use. So here's some of the defenses that I came up with. I went with the Bei, Shazam, and Byung-chul for this one. Now he already had this one ruined. I don't have all that much time to really re-rune a lot of these things, but I tested it out. It seems like it works fairly well. I would recommend trying to get Will on this one. That one's nice on Will. This one's also pretty nice for not having Will, so I think I would keep it as is. The only one I would change is put this guy on Will and get him skill ups, because you should be able to skill him up with a 4-star if you have them. I noticed that a good amount of these monsters don't have skill ups. I guess some of the defense ones do. For this one I ended up making the Clara a bit faster, and then the Giselle I switched her up to do a bit more damage, so she has a crit rate slot 4. She's gonna be annoying to deal with. And then here's the Theo. He was on a tanky build. I decided to put him on a violent revenge set, since he didn't have a violent will build that would get to this speed. I didn't use the JSON file that he provided. I was just kind of eyeballing it. We got him to the next tick. He is a little bit short on crit rate. I would try to get him to 85, but yeah, it's pretty solid defense. I think all he needed to do was switch the Theo up from a tanky to a more damagey build, and then having the Giselle also do damage. It's pretty nice. There is a counter for it if he gets solutioned, but if the Theo's on revenge, it's gonna make it a lot sketchier. And then we have this team that I wanted to change up a few things, try to make it a bit tankier. I think for this one I would just try to make this one an HP slot 6, and then try to get her some defense subs. That way if it does get lutioned, it's a little bit tankier. Maybe even throw in a shield set somewhere around here, maybe on her if possible. But yeah, it's pretty nice. This one I didn't get a touch at all. I'm not too sure exactly how I feel about this one. I feel like it can be easily lutioned, especially with the tuning on the Odin. I do recommend, if you can, build another Clara. That way you can run Clara, Adriana, Odin, or Clara, Adriana, and then Destiny. So I decided to put this filler one, which is the new unit. Elisa, she has a 24% speed lead. I tested it out. She might be able to work. I didn't switch the runes for her. I did switch the runes up for the Adriana, like I said earlier. Made her a little bit slower. I did switch up the artifacts, put a little bit more minus wind, and then a lot of skill 1 recovery. Here is the Destiny. Didn't touch anything. Now what I would change for this one, honestly I don't think I would change anything. 86 crit rate with a praline, that would work out. This is for defense. I think it's more so just to flex your LDs. Just like this defense, I would try to make this a mere violent will if possible. If not, I guess this is fine. And then we have the Gianna. We want her to take the first turn into the Madeline cookie, and then the Mimir. I would probably run Sierra, Gianna, Rogue if he had a Sierra. It's an old defense, but I'm sure around this range he'd be getting wins with it. As for his offenses, I didn't really have that much time to change things up, but like I said earlier, I switched up the Miang, so she's a bit more tuned with the Adriana and Sonia. And then we have the Leo team that I re-runed. Now he doesn't have a Fengyan, so I ended up going with something kind of old school, which is Jean, Annabelle, and then here's the Leo. If he had the Helena, I would recommend switching out the Annabelle for Helena. I didn't switch out his Leo because I couldn't find any slow violent runes, so maybe that's something to look out for, some slow violent runes, slow but really efficient runes. But this is a pretty nice Leo. I think he's a little bit on the squishier side. I would try to get him maybe like a little bit more defense, a little bit more HP. I did notice that he's missing a lot of grinds everywhere, especially with the Swift. So I would highly recommend to try to farm R5, get a bunch of grinds, throw those grinds in. They're gonna help you out a lot. Get those stats up. Like this one, we got that HP right there, and then you could also gem out a lot of the stuff. But yeah, I think this is gonna be a really solid account. It already has some really solid units. He has some pretty decent sets. They're all kind of split apart. If you were to kind of put them into certain units, then he would have some really crazy defenses. I didn't want to destroy a lot of his stuff, just so it's not a headache for him if he does decide to keep it. He has some defenses ruined up already. There are a few things that are missing runes, just like this dude. But yeah, it's pretty sick account. If I had more time, I would try to re-rune a few more things and test out his LDs. Let's see if I could try to do that real quick. Alright, we found a perfect defense to hit. I ended up slowing him down quite a bit because I noticed that the Destiny is a little bit on the slower end. So hopefully this is tuned. Again, I'm just kind of eyeballing everything. I think the Jameer's still gonna be faster than her, but we'll see. Alright, we're gonna go for the skill 3. I think we're gonna go for the snipe onto... I think we're gonna hit the Byung-chul skill 2. Okay. And then we're gonna go for a... We're just gonna go for a skill 3 onto the Byung-chul. Oh my god, dude, I wish I had Destiny. We're gonna reset everything, do some damage, put a skill 3 back up, and we're ready to hit something. We're gonna go for the Camilla. And we could go for... We're just gonna go for the skill 3 on her again. Alright. Do a bit of damage. Throw this onto the Camilla. Target her. We're gonna snipe the Vanessa. Oh my god, dude. Destiny's so sick. I wish I had LDs like this. Hopefully I can play around with his account sometime soon. When I have a bit more time, that way I can test out a few more things, adjust a few more things for him. Well, yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Thank you so much, Co, for letting me use your account. If there's anything I can say, just keep grinding, try to farm R5. I think R5 is something that you really need to farm, and then artifacts as well. As for your runes, you have some pretty good sets. They're all kind of distributed everywhere. If you ever decide to put them together, you have some really crazy sets. But yeah, again, thank you so much. Crazy defense. I didn't get a mess with the Vanessa. I would try to put her on maybe like a Nemesis set. Maybe put her on some high resistance. At least that's the way I'm running mine, and it works decently well. I know some people like to run Vio. If you have the Vio to spare, throw Vio on her. But this is a really annoying defense, and I assume this is the one that got you to G3. That's sick. For these, I wonder if you can make these a bit more consistent. That way you have faster average times. But yeah, really nice account, Co. Thank you again. If you guys ever want me to do this for your account, I might do this sometime in the future if I have more time. Just let me know if that's something you'd be interested. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you don't mind, consider leaving a like, comment, subscribing. This helps my channel grow. But yeah, I'll catch you in the next one. It's late as fuck. Peace.